The first thing I want to say is, I'm a little off script for a second, but in the last couple of days I saw a couple stories about people raising alarms about the movement toward electrification, which they've been doing from the beginning, and they say the grid's not ready, and anytime something fails, they're just like, well, we're not ready, we're not ready. No one is going to electrify this place tomorrow. It is not happening overnight. Yes, if you turned everything electric tomorrow, it would all go south. It's going to happen over a period of years, and we have time to get there, and projects like this show us how we get there, and that's what is exciting about this. So to all the naysayers that any of the reporters would send messages to, let them know that we're aware of the limitations, but we're also equally aware of the possibilities and how to get beyond the limitations. And that's what we're doing here. We're moving to the next stage of where we have to get to. This project is really exciting to me, and the Resiliency Hub marks another milestone in this journey. And a couple of months ago, we inaugurated Resiliency Hub, an historic Black community neighborhood recreation center in the county, and that was a big deal, and there's more to come. And today we're doing it again. This project and all the microgrid projects we've unveiled demonstrate our commitment to this. Our bus microgrid project is enormous. We've been cited as one of the leaders in this country, and certainly one of the leaders on the East Coast when it comes to microgrids and alternative energy. We're also working on a facility where we will use electricity and water to produce hydrogen, to fuel buses where batteries would be too strained to deliver the service we need. We can do this with hydrogen, and we're doing that too. And we probably are one of the few on the East Coast that is moving this rapidly into hydrogen. So we're taking a very serious approach to this. The hard work here made the hard work from this department made the microgrid for buses possible in Brookville. And I want to thank our partnership with everybody who's here today. I want to acknowledge GreenStruxure team for everything they've done to make this possible. And the outcomes are really astounding. I think David pointed out that when there was an airplane that got tangled up in some tower. It was very interesting to look at. I wondered how the airplane didn't take down the tower, but it didn't. That was a good thing. This thing had just been put in commission 10 days earlier. Everything else went black. This did not go black. This stayed up. So this is really seriously something that is useful, and you can see how this would impact the day when we get to put microgrids out more at the neighborhood level, and that eventually is coming. Not today, but it is coming here. I want to talk about the importance of resiliency hubs, because they give us the ability to keep that flow of electricity going when it's not otherwise possible, and it's just lovely to have this. It's nice to see sun today, because I have a vested interest in the sun now, because I have solar panels on my roof, and so any day without sun is not a good day. The smoke is not good. It reduced my panel production. I'm sure it reduced panel production here. But it's, all of us are vested in, a clean climate and a green climate. And we have the means and the ability to move forward. And this was something we talked about when the center was built. And it took a while to get there. It didn't happen on day one, but it's happened, and we're in a great position now to go forward. And David, I want to thank you and your team for always listening to my requests. And it's something we can show people, and that I think we have a lot to be proud of, and I'm very optimistic that other people will start looking at some of the things we're doing. I just close by saying we did a tour of the bus facility where we're going to do hydrogen stuff, and just down the road from here. And we did a tour for a bunch of state legislators, the new state legislators. And David and others started talking about what we were doing, and people didn't realize it was possible. That's the interesting thing. It wasn't even so much that people had said, no, we're not doing it. They weren't doing it, But they weren't doing it because they didn't think it was a possible thing to do. And they thought it was an extraordinarily expensive thing to do. And it turned out that, a lot of this has been paid for out of the federal government grants. There's a lot of money out there as we go forward that we plan on using. You actually save money. I mean, I'm getting checks from Mr. Ellis every month now. It'll be smaller in the summer, but it actually saves money to go electric. And so I think they started realizing that, that there is a path for them just like there's a path for us. And so while Montgomery County is not going to change the world, no solution here will end climate change, but giving people the ability to see what we do and that you can execute it helps give people the confidence they can take similar steps. And if all Montgomery County serves is as a guidepost for other people to follow, I'm happy to play that role. So thank you very much.